The ozone should be a no-go zone for these chemicals. The ozone is the only thing separating us from skin cancer and a fiery apocalypse, but it's under attack again. Scientists looking at data from Taiwan and Malaysia found that the atmosphere is stacked with the chemical dichloromethane. This chemical is said to deplete the ozone layer over Earth. The ozone helps to protect Earth from the sun's cancerous ultraviolet rays. Scientists also discovered large traces of the chemical dichloroethane, another ozone-depleting chemical. An international treaty phased out ozone-killing chemicals in 1987, but based on this, it'll probably need some amending, and fast. Summer days drifting away.
Bears becoming vegetarian because of global warming. Are you hot? Looks like global warming is getting so unbearable that grizzly bears in Alaska are now going vegetarian. According to a new study, grizzly bears on Kodiak Island changed their diets due to climate change and started eating berries instead of salmon. Normally, researchers would see grizzlies eating large amounts of sockeye salmon from streams in preparation for the winter. In the summers of 2014 and 2015, the bears were no longer seen hunting for salmon. The bears were found in the hills eating elderberries. Warmer temperatures were causing the berries to ripen earlier. This meant that salmon and berries were available at the same time. Elderberries contain less protein compared to salmon and require less energy to digest, leading to faster weight gain for bears. The change in diet was also found to be affecting the bear's natural habitat because fewer fish carcasses in the forests meant less nutrients being absorbed into the soil. Will somebody give this furry fella a driving lesson? Here's something you don't see every day. A bear in Durango, Colorado reportedly broke into a car and took it for a drive. Okay, admittedly, it was a very short drive. According to police, a black bear somehow found its way into an SUV early one morning and released the parking brake. Then it was go time. The commotion woke Ron Cornelius and his wife, and the couple saw the vehicle rolling backwards from a neighbor's home right into their mailbox. It was too dark for them to see the culprit, and while you might just barely believe it, responding officers determined the carjacker was indeed the bear. How'd they come to this conclusion? Well, after finding the massive fuzzy omnivore left a steaming little present in the car. You know, because it was probably nervous, driving for the first time. Photos of the aftermath show the bear had yanked out the steering wheel and pulled the radio right out of the dashboard. A feat Ron says would have taken a human at least a few hours to accomplish. It's unknown what attracted the bear to the vehicle in the first place. The local police are now urging area residents to be extra vigilant about keeping their trash secure, as a bundle of bad news bears in Durango have been extra naughty this summer, going through people's garbage and breaking into cars. Nature is awesome. A beach in Ireland that was washed away more than 30 years ago has reappeared in a demonstration of the awesome power of nature. The beach is on Achill Island, a beautiful scenic spot off the coast of County Mayo on the country's west coast. The area used to have a lovely-looking beach, but that was until 1984, when every last grain of sand disappeared during heavy storms. All that was left was rocks and rock pools, and that's how things stood, until last month. Over the Easter period, the Atlantic Ocean deposited hundreds of tons of sand onto the rocks over the course of around 10 days, leaving a 300-meter stretch of fine golden sand. Apparently, the process occurred when strong winds blew the ocean's surface water back. The ocean then took the sand underneath and dumped it onto the rocks. This video, filmed by local company Emma Gill Property Partners, shows how the beach looked before the sand returned. As you can see, Achill, which is the largest island in Ireland, is a pretty place. The island is known for its stunning natural beauty that has inspired writers like Graham Greene and German Nobel Prize winner Heinrich Böll. According to reports, the new beach has boosted tourism to the area. But with the chance that currents may change, it's still too dangerous to go for a dip in the water. Probably a little chilly too. Maybe leave that to the dolphins who are known to drop by the area. Chemical mist hits UK beach. Dozens of UK beachgoers had to receive hospital treatment on Sunday after a chemical mist hit a popular beach. One man told the BBC that his eyes began to hurt after he went swimming in the water near Burling Gap. People began complaining about sore eyes and throats when a gaseous haze hit the popular beach area. The affected area was near Eastbourne on the South British coast. The BBC reports that similar past hazes have come from an industrial installation in France. Witnesses described it as smelling like chlorine. As of Sunday night, 133 people had received treatment. Those affected reportedly had painful eyes and throats, breathing difficulties, and some were also vomiting.
Hedgehog brought in with case of balloon syndrome. This is your typical everyday run-of-the-mill hedgehog, and this is what a hedgehog looks like when he's filled up with gas. A wild hedgehog was spotted in Doncaster, England earlier this week, wandering around in circles blown up like a beach ball. At twice his normal size, vets realized he was suffering from a rare case of balloon syndrome, which is unique to hedgehogs, whereby gas collects under the skin. This irregularity may have been caused by an infection or an injury, releasing gas into the cavity under the animal's skin. To reduce the buildup and bring him back down to size, the vet simply used a needle to pop the hedgehog, slowly draining the air out. If the hedgehog hadn't been brought in, pressure from the gas on his internal organs could have led him to suffocate or die from starvation. According to the BBC, doctors say he is eating well, offering hope for a full recovery and a return to the wild.